Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks Podcast Toy Reviews. Coming at you live tonight, it's your good old buddy Uncle BJ, and we're just kind of breaking into some action figures that I sadly have not had the chance to open up yet. But lo and behold, you guessed it, that's what we're doing. And tonight we are looking at Star Wars The Mandalorian Grogu. Yes, folks, you heard it right, Grogu. He's not the child, he's definitely not Baby Yoda, he's not that little green buddy that flies around in a little egg and makes cute noises and eats everything. He's Grogu. That's what he's called. And that's what it says on his box right here. And I love that he is in the clear plastic display so that you can definitely tell that that is Grogu and not a Poe Dameron or a Yellow Ranger or a Pokemon or a Undertaker or what have you. And not that I wouldn't want any of those figures, but we have Grogu. And the art to the side there, you can see he's reaching for some candy probably, or some slimy thing he wants to eat. There's somebody's eggs. Grogu. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Same picture. Nothing. There he is. So I think he's come in a couple different releases so far. The first in the Black Series scale was, of course, the one little wee package that was about this big that was $10. And this can be yours, folks, for the wonderfully expensive price of $25, give or take. Happened to pick this up at a good deal. Because to me, even Yoda, these guys are accessories. He's not even an action figure. He's probably got like 3 points of articulation. But I could be wrong, because we're about to see what kind of articulation he has. Let's open him up. Extra wee fella and an extra hard to open box. There we go. I'm sure you found that as enjoyable as I did. Anyway, now we can take a good look at his accessories, which he comes with a few. And the first, and I think this is really cool, is the little what is it, the Mythosaur skull necklace that Mando gave him, that he carries around. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Put that down. And this is going to be difficult to get out, I can tell you that already. Don't know how well these wee little accessories are going to show up, but this is actually a container of macaroons, or the blue cookies that he was eating in that one episode that he stole from his fellow child. And here we have the little frog, the control knob from the Razor Crest, and his little bowl of bone broth, which I'm probably not going to even take out of this little display thing. This is a very ingenious thing to put all the wee tiny little bits in a protective case so somebody like me will not sneeze and lose them down the bathtub or something. Comes with his floating egg thing. This little futuristic floaty cradle. And I think this is the second one that he got after the first one got all trashed. Or maybe I got that backwards. But it's definitely an egg. It looks like something Mork from Ork would fly around in. And it comes with a little clear stand to give him that appearance that he's floating around. He's walking on air. Never thought he could feel so free. Alright, I'm gonna have to mess with this a little bit later because it doesn't seem like it wants to go in there. And I just don't, it doesn't feel like you should force it. So I'm not gonna. But that's okay, because we're gonna put the wee baby Grogu in there in just a second. And he is a wee fella. Now, I don't have the largest hands in the world, but you can get an idea there. He is a teeny tiny little guy. And let's see, does his head even move? Well, barely. It does. Okay. It's on a ball joint. It moves fairly decent. He's got his arms that move up and down, and oh, yep, his hands do move. So he's got a few bits of articulation. He's not just a solid little statue. Of course, he's got no feet, and he's in the crisscross applesauce Indian style sittiage, which he can sit in this thing. He's kind of looking, he's kind of sitting up in it, I guess. Or, he could be on that one rock where he's like summoning the Jedi where the Dark Troopers come and snatch him up. There he is in there. He looks very cozy. He looks like he should have like, I don't know, like a little bar or something in there, you know what I mean? Like a little cocktail fridge or something in the back of that. But, you can put his little cookies in there. Put his little necklace in there. Let's see, does it go on him? I think it does. Let's see if I can get this around his head without having to pop his head off. I think I can. Yep, I can. Sweet. Alright, got his little necklace on. Somewhat, kind of. Sure, you could probably do a better job than I'm doing here, but it is what it is. I'll put him down here. And he is just a wee little guy. Just a little fella. He is such a show stealer, I'll tell you that. Alright, we'll put him here. Again, frog bowl of bone broth and a control knob from the Razor Crest controls that Mando would prefer he not play with. And we'll put that over here. And Grogu is a tiny fella, which I will say one more time. And we will put him next to, I don't have a Mandalorian handy, sadly. So we will put him next to Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is roughly the same size as the Mandalorian, as Din Djarin. We will put him next to the Imperial Security Trooper from Ferrix. There is Tala Durth, Admiral Piet. I'll put, for good measure, there is Shipwreck from G.I. Joe. A dinosaur guy. A 3 3/4 inch scale Grand Moff Tarkin. And I don't know if this is going to come out on the camera, but there's John Cena. And she's very tiny compared to John Cena. But there he is. Scale. So, I'll put him back in his wee little egg McMuffin thing there. And there he is, Grogu. Now, hopefully, you can get a deal on him, like I did. Because, golly, I know he comes with a lot of stuff, and he's actually a much better figure than I thought he was going to be, but $25, good lord. You might as well be giving him a whole block of Beskar for that. But he's a cool figure. I like him. Glad I got him. I'm ready to put him with his fellow clan of two, his Daddy Mando, Din Djarin. And he could be Din Grogu. I don't know how that makes sense, but yeah, that's his name now. The armor said so. But on that, I will leave you guys for this evening. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Give us a like, give us a share, and check out our podcasts on everywhere that podcasts can be found. Spotify, Podbean, and sometimes on YouTube when we do them. Not always. But anyway, hope you guys are having a great night. Go ahead and throw some back, and we'll see ya.